If I decide that I've been in that boat.
Okay, get out the boat. Get back on this boat.
I had a job.
And you quit it.
And no, I didn't. I resigned.
That's quitting.
It's not quitting. Quitting is I can't do the job. Resigning is I give my job back to you. I don't want it no more. No, that's the difference. I have no problem with somebody quitting the job.
So, because it was killing you.
It's
So
killing
why
me.
did you apply to the same job again?
Let's begin now.
Got my first job at Comcast. Mm-hmm. You was charging me $300 a month. Okay, what were you doing with that $300?
You got some daggone trust issues.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I'm going to tell you something. You can't.
Y'all was in there shopping together.
Do not get married.
Y'all was in there shopping together.
Do not get married.
Well, I'm Mike. This is my beautiful mom, Linda.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to another episode of the Mike and His Mom Show. I am your host, Mike Banks.
I thought you forgot your name.
Like something on his lip.
It's on my lip, yes. And this is my beautiful mom in the middle, and my sister Shannon Sinead to the far left.
All right, clipping free today.
Welcome back, guys. How was your week?
Come back to me.
Okay.
Well, I see yours was jazzy. You got a nice new outfit on.
Oh, yeah.
Is this one of them,
Can we-
wear it 10 times?
4. It's
I'm
only
gonna
is
wear
it 4 to 6?
4 to 6 in 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm. You know what's really funny about
What?
the choices that you make fashion-wise is that you buy outfits that make noise. So we hear you coming.
Who?
You. Because the last one was like the astronaut outfit. It was like a swish swish. And this one is like, hey, Mike's here. It's rotation. Right.
I will be wearing it again today.
What's the feel today?
It's still today.
Oh, I wore it yesterday.
He has no shame.
Oh my God.
I gotta get a good wear out of it.
You want to go first because you always ask us how our week was. How was your week?
Do you always ask us?
After you've made fun of me.
Me?
The astronaut walking suit?
My week was fine. I'll actually get to my week at the end of the show. I want to close out
What's your week? Oh my God.
with a very important moment from my week.
Mm.
But last night I experienced some bank fraud, so Merry Christmas to whoever used my card. I hope you guys enjoy everything you purchased on my behalf.
They probably like, yo, it wasn't even that much. They declined it. They declined me a few
I
times.
mean, Christmas. They only went to Popeye.
Right. They couldn't get 2 meals. Just
I
one.
spent $20 at Popeye.
Oh, I mean, that's it? Okay, anyway.
Has that ever
So
happened to
here's
y'all?
the deal.
Okay.
No, let me ask you a question.
All right.
So your card doesn't have an alert on it that alert you as
They
this.
texted me, yeah, but I was asleep.
While they're spending?
What time did they text you?
9:45.
PM?
And you didn't hear it.
Mine don't.
If they would have called me, I would have heard it. But I didn't hear the text.
I don't have that. But anyway.
Yeah, once you start spending, I guess they notice the pattern of your spending habits. So
But they typically decline it, I thought.
one did get declined.
Oh, okay.
Well, because they ran out of money?
No, I don't know why.
Because it was probably too much.
No, it was less than.
No, I'm saying the amount was probably high. Like, say it was a $700 amount.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Okay. What was it?
178.
See?
But they ain't spent 202.
It was the probably the merchant.
What was that? In the stores in the same area? Or
It
did
was
they?
all online.
Okay, well.
Oh, they can stop that.
It's already stopped.
The
So that was my week.
The people won't get the orders. Because they can contact the company so they won't get them orders.
Oh, for real?
They should be able to.
What are you gonna do an investigation to make sure I'm not?
Well,
lying?
if they order online, where's it going to?
I don't know.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying.
they should be able to see all that.
Yeah, they can see that. They can see where it's going to. If it's they can see what.
My bank can see where it's going to.
Well, no.
They order from it. They can call a company. They can see where it's shipped to. Like that time when they did my card and the stuff was sent down to somewhere in zone 17, and the police said most of the time it's at a vacant house. They send stuff there, and the police don't even go look no more. They say they do it all the time.
Well, I should be getting a refund hopefully soon.
Me too. I hope so soon too.
My week was actually draining. I think that my hormones are switching.
What is that?
And I had a Christmas party that I had to go to, and I just was like having a tantrum about going. And I wound up getting dressed, and I pulled up to the place, and it was just too many people there.
It was a lot. I seen some videos.
It was too many people
there.
there.
A lot of people there.
And I was like, I know they done lost their mind if they think I'm parking all the way up here and getting out and walking.
Well, it's a big parking lot in Marcus West, though.
The parking lot was packed.
So where'd you park at?
I did not. I rolled out of the thing and I pulled up to the hotel that's beside it. That's how far you had to go up to try to get a parking space. And I contemplated my next move. And then I just went to McDonald's and then Checkers and went home.
It was a lot of people in there, though.
It was too many people.
You went too?
I seen pictures.
Mm-hmm. He said he wants to go next year, though.
I do.
You can have my ticket. Oh, I'm not going. I don't want to go.
It was. I didn't like that it was on a Wednesday, though.
And that they're teachers.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
They had to go. Well, are they off tomorrow? The next day?
Thursday, the school was open. Now, they didn't have to be a teacher, but that's the point of it. And I'm like, why do they do this on a Wednesday? Yeah, it was very off-putting. Your week?
So my week, oh my God, my week was just lovely, I believe.
Oh,
See, I had a nice week, and I am minimalizing, what you call that, minimalist? I am cleaning, I cleaned out so, like, I was trying to figure out where did all this paper come from. I was shredding for years, and I got tired of shredding. And I said, this stuff don't have to be shredded. But I just cleaned out so much stuff. I took all this stuff off the wall in my office. I'm just redecorating. I'm just doing something different. So I really felt good. I'm not finished yet. But we're going to move my desk around, and I don't know.
You want to read my book?
Huh?
You want to read the book on minimalism?
Minimalism?
Yeah.
You just decided to stop.
Minimalism. That's what it's called.
Minimalist.
I know.
I thought it was called minimalist.
I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
I am the resident minimalist of this family.
I'm a minimalist too.
Because of me.
Oh.
You're what?
A minimalist.
Okay, all right.
I am.
Okay.
I don't have much. Because my lifestyle don't require much. That's what a minimalist is. Okay, guys, whatever. Today
Wait, my week was good.
But wait, what's the name of the book?
The Minimalist book.
It's called The Minimalist Book?
I forgot the name of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Minimalist.
It's in the closet. I'll give it to you. Oh, you don't want to read it.
Let me see.
No, I'll show you when it's time to leave.
Okay.
My mother and I attended a book signing last Sunday at our church from a pastor who wrote a book about, he recently lost his wife to cancer. And the book was kind of dealing with some of the things they went through in their relationship, which sparked a conversation between us three on our weekly conference call when I called them and they're already on the phone discussing me. And then they want to talk about the show when I call. And now we're here. So as the married women in the room, I'm expecting you guys to give it up. You know.
Oh my goodness.
Let it all out today.
Give up the ghost.
I have some contrasting views on those vows.
Okay.
So we'll see how this conversation goes and or flows.
Goes and or flows.
All right. So.
Okay, so you have contrasting views on the vows. Okay, why?
Yeah.
You haven't even made them yet.
Well, let's start here. What does for better or for worse mean to y'all? How long have you been married?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not good with time.
We'll come back to you.
I
How
really
long have you been married?
I don't know. I really don't remember. I have no idea.
5 years?
No,
At least
it's more
5?
than that. Yeah.
It's at least 5. Okay.
It's more than 5.
I'm almost 14 years.
I was like 8 or
You've
7.
been married for 14 years? Jesus.
Oh, so long?
I didn't know it was that.
No.
Yeah. So when you guys took your vows, you took yours at the state, so. You took yours at the Lord's
You
house.
said at the state, like it's at the state penitentiary.
Right. I'm like, you locked up.
I'm actually in a little garden.
Did it have? Well, let me ask you this though. Because you got married at the courthouse, did it have the same feel?
No. Well, I can't say it had the same feel because I never felt
you
it
don't know.
before. But it
Well, we've been to weddings at churches.
Well, I don't have to get married in a church. I never cared to be.
Did it feel romantic? Is what I'm at. Like, did it feel like love?
It wasn't about romance. I don't ever think of marriage as being a wedding being romantic. I feel like it's like being like just like a symbolic union of like togetherness, right? So romance to me is totally different. That's not. It's just a show. But no, it did not feel
romantic.
It didn't feel romantic. I wasn't looking for that, but it didn't feel
symbolic,
spiritual.
Yeah, spiritual. Because you were at the courthouse.
It was because of what he said.
Oh,
because the people were nice. Like we were in like it was pretty out there. We went outside.
Because he didn't really go into like Bible scriptures and all. He didn't just do.
It wasn't like that. It was just like really a contract with the state. So that's what I did not like.
So y'all married the state.
Yeah, it's us three together. Just us three. And oh wow. The 3-strand cord in the Bible. I think it was in Ephesians to talk about the 3-strand cord. So the 3-strand cord, my cord is Maryland. You know what I mean? So like, it didn't feel that way for me now.
So what did they read the vows to you?
Yeah, but from Maryland. what they said. I can't remember exactly.
I'm saying, do they give you the for better or for worse, sickness and health? They give you all that?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that mean to you?
Me or her?
Both.
Stick it out.
Yeah, but in the good times and in the bad times, like you endure it. For better or for worse, you are in this contract. It wasn't a
yes,
covenant.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, but I think there is some conditions.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm just gonna be honest. Better or worse, for better or worse, that for worse, like you can bow out of. I mean, I'm saying, I'm not going to be in an abusive marriage and getting hit over side the head and beat up. I'm not going to stay there, and because I'm just not. We're not doing it. There's some things that I would walk away from. I would definitely walk away from if I had to deal with it.
There was this atheist man who was married to a woman, and he, was like, I don't know if he was physically abusive, but definitely emotionally abusive, or mentally or whatever. And when he puts her out of the house, and get out or whatever happened, and he wakes up in the morning and she's asleep on the doorstep, right? And when he opened the door, she gets up and go in and fix him breakfast. He turned away from atheism. He's now a Christian.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah. So that's the for better. Is that abuse? Yeah, it's a form of abuse. But then you is that a reason to leave?
What?
Being put out on your doorstep. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine somebody having that much authority over my life that I can't walk back in the house, right? So that's just, if that is the truth. I just heard this story recently, so if it's true, it's terrible, that he would do that to her. But honestly, if that's what he did, that's not a reason biblically to leave. And she got up and it turned him, like it says something like we are supposed to, the saved wife. What is it? I can't it says we save our husband, but we don't. It's like our demonstration helps.
Right.
Help them.
Convert them.
Right. We can convert them. So that was an opportunity for her to continue to, serve.
So although I'm not married, never been. When I hear for better or for worse, I hear, and I've had this conversation before, if what I like about you or dislike about you doesn't change or stay the same. Like, this okay. I forgot how he put it. I was talking to a guy once. I forgot how he put it. I'll get it. But it's before you marry somebody or date them or take them seriously, you got to ask yourself, can I be with this person the rest of my life as
if they never change?
If they never change, right? That, and to me, that's where I hear the for better or for worse part of that. If
they change.
If they change for the better or if they change for the worse. Because that's what I was trying to say. Thank you, God. If they stay exactly how they are, can I spend the rest of my life with this person? Did y'all ask yourself that when y'all got married?
No.
You?
I didn't ask myself that. I mean, we were already together for so long.
But you weren't married though.
No, so I've just always been with him for like a long time. I'm not making that the reason why. I shouldn't have asked. Myself.
I didn't think to ask that.
Huh?
I didn't think to ask that.
Yeah, I didn't think to ask that, and I think that we don't intentionally marry. Does that make sense?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with
so
that.
we don't do that intentionally. I was just like, you know what? This is what I've been proposed to many years ago. Let's just do this. So ours was like done like quickly. It was not like an eloping.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you ask? Because you were the counseling and stuff too, right?
Mm-hmm. So that question, was that question asked? I don't remember.
Well, maybe not verbatim, but I'm just talking about just the idea of of the question.
I don't remember. So long ago.
I don't even know if that question is important.
It
Because
is
it's not
important.
about the person changing. It's about you staying the same as far as like this. I am marrying for these reasons. Whatever your reasons are, they shouldn't change.
Everybody's going to change anyway. People are going to grow.
People are going to change, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Is it about the person? Like, if you get 12 gray hairs, you get a big belly.
No.
If you don't
You
make
talk
money.
about-
I know I'm being funny.
You talking about the mental?
I'm talking about why you think
Character.
You're right. That is a very important question to ask.
Well, because
But you don't. But you don't.
change.
But you don't know how a person is going to change.
Yeah.
I mean, people could
You don't
change
know.
because for all different types of reasons. They could change for health reasons.
Yeah.
They could. Something could happen. It's a lot of different things. Change how? I mean, it's a lot of different things to look at.
It's just, I'm talking about marrying a person as they are today. I take Shannon as she is right now. That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
But as we are right now, you already know 5 years from you would hope that there was some kind of growth. Nobody stays I don't know. Do people stay the same?
I think I'm still the wonderful person.
No, I'm just saying, but people, you may be the wonderful person, but you still. I mean, I
we
can say
do
some
change.
things.
Like I've changed spiritually.
I'm baffled by this.
I'm not baffled.
I am.
By what?
Because it speaks to, it's just to me, in my opinion, I ain't married, but it speaks to why it's like.
What?
Are you gonna change?
It's possible.
If somebody
Do
should
you
marry you.
it's like
It's
do you
possible I
stop
couldn't change
do we
it.
stop loving our children because they change?
Your children's different.
No, it's not. It shouldn't
Your
be.
children are different.
They shouldn't be.
I'm choosing who I want to spend the rest of my life with. I'm not choosing my children.
You're choosing to have children.
But you're choosing her at this moment.
But in a
So what you think she's never gonna change? When you want her to be?
Hold on. I don't want to get stuck on this question. But what's so hard to conceptualize about this question? I'm at that.
I think that I think that my perspective on it has nothing to do with the person. It's how am I going to stay loving you. It's about me. To me, it's about me. It's not about them. So it's like that lady getting up off of that porch and going in there and still fixing her husband breakfast. Am I going to
still do that? Be the wife
right.
when he put me out.
Yeah, I'm committing to being a wife no matter what. Even if he's the worst, not the worst, I think if he is no longer who I thought I married, he's not a Prince Charming, he's not my knight in shining armor. You know what I'm saying? Like things just start falling apart. He gets grumpy. He starts to look different. He loses job. Do I still continue to love you? That's how I don't think that like.
And I guess you wouldn't, huh?
Well, what I was trying to say earlier, like this is why people stay in relationships longer than what they should.
What?
Yeah.
Because they don't ask themselves like these basic important
Well, nobody
questions.
would get married then. Because 100% of the time, everybody gonna change.
If you look at marriage as being Christians, marriage is a picture of the Trinity. Okay, so we submit. We're submitting as the wives. Oh, Jesus, like we're the bridegroom, we're the church, right? We submit to the husbands, right? We submit to the husbands like Jesus submits to the Father, right? Mm-hmm. So we are in submission. This is the question, not can I love you if you don't stay how you are perfect to me today? No, do we have the same foundational principles today, right? Am I able to be in alignment with you You know what I mean? No matter what. Meaning, we're moving. If I gotta live on Emerson Avenue, do I trust my husband enough to make sure that I don't want to live there, but do I trust him enough to know that he's doing what is for the betterment of our family, right? So when Jesus gotta go to the cross, he's like, look, please take this cup from me, but let your will be done. He don't want to go to the cross, right? But he knows that no matter what, he submits to the will of the Father. He just submits it because his will is better. So the husband is the head of me. So am I going to submit to you no matter what? My thing is, do I trust you? That's what I think the question is. Do I trust for you to be my leader? For me to follow you, do I trust to follow you? I think that's really the question. If I trust you.
Okay, let me. That was a beautiful speech, by the way. Let's give it up for Shannon and her Bible study lesson. That was beautiful. Remarkable. Remarkable. Let's take it off the cross for a minute and make it a little practical. I was in one of my previous relationships. I was going to propose to my ex-girlfriend. I was planning an engagement party. Something happened where, I'm sorry, a surprise engagement party. That's what it was. Something happened where I discovered she was being unfaithful. I forgave her, but I stopped. At that moment, I immediately stopped planning the engagement. Let's figure this out, and then maybe we'll get back to that down the road. Relationship progresses, goes on. Okay, I entertain the thought again of not marrying her. Now I find something else out. The pattern is still existing. In my mind, I'm saying, I can't marry that. Now, she may very well change down the road and stop lying and being unfaithful, whatever the case is. But as of today, right now, if she doesn't, I cannot commit to myself nor God that I can spend the rest of my life with that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's something different.
Nobody, I wouldn't even try to work it out with her.
Well, that's the gist of the question, though. If this person does not change and they stay how they are, can I spend the rest of my life with them?
No, see, you're trying to marry a wreck.
No.
You want to marry a car crash.
So you're talking about if you marry somebody that was good.
We all have things that we don't like about our.
No. You are marrying somebody who has already proven to be disloyal and unfaithful. Why would you even consider? Like, we done. I'm about to have a party to give you my last name to make you my wife. You've shown me. Thank you, Lord. You've shown me that I can't trust her. We done. Like, why am I expecting her to change? I wouldn't even be entertaining a relationship anymore. Like, I'm done.
We all have things about ourselves and our partners that we don't like about them. That's what I'm saying.
But that was a big one.
Okay, she was a liar. Okay, cool. It could have been a bad. It could have been a bad attitude. It could have been anything else. I'm just giving you that one example.
Yeah, that's a big example though.
Okay, cool. But y'all said people can change. But that's just an example. That's what y'all said on camera.
Yeah,
in front of all these people.
I'm not talking. I wasn't talking. Okay.
I'm talking about that.
But I do want to say this. Maybe I'm having a difficult time because that's one of the main reasons we can be divorced biblically, because you're unfaithful. So I can't entertain that one at all.
If whatever fits your spiritual palate, if you will, it makes you feel better about digesting this question. They could be bad with money, horrible spending habits. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Like. If this does not change about them, then I can't, because like what you said is correct. I agree.
We talking about being married. We're talking about in the marriage now. You talking about? It's like you saying.
I'm talking about pre-marriage, right?
My
question was about before you got married.
Right.
That's what I asked y'all.
Right.
Okay, but you don't.
We're typically marrying a person that we think that we want to be with forever.
Right. And
like I wouldn't want to be with a person who cheats on me.
And sometimes you don't know everything about everybody before you marry.
It doesn't.
You don't see everything. Thank God you saw that part. Thank God you saw that part. Thank God that the church makes you bring your financial your credit report and stuff.
Do.
Oh yeah, you bring your credit report to see how do you deal with finances and all that stuff. They can't say that they got an 850 credit score. They don't have this kind of debt because all that stuff sits on the table that you can see this.
Wow.
So it's certain things that are made that Maryland ain't telling you that. You know,
they said well taxes.
Yeah, but it's some things that you get a chance that you're privy to know, and there's some things that you don't know, and you don't find out until after you say I do. Now that you said I do. Now what do you? Here's the part.
Now you are to love them for better or for worse.
I'm not in it for better or for worse because you're my girlfriend or you're my boyfriend.
Right.
Ain't no for better or for worse. It's not until I said the vows and then I say, I didn't know about that.
Right.
I really didn't know about that. Mm-hmm. So now I gotta sit back and get a hold of myself to figure out how am I going to deal with this because. While you still love your person that you married, but now there's some adjustments in your life that.
And I think it also shows us our true heart because we really like.
Yeah,
the vows don't really mean nothing until you realize, oh no, you didn't bring a worse up in this dancery.
Right,
like,
you brought this to the table.
It doesn't like you. We know for better or for worse. We really don't know what for better or for worse really looks like until it happens.
And then even in the marriage, it's like, okay, Linda, you acting like that. It's on both sides. It's not just. So I don't want you to have the thought in your mind that it's going to be your wife. Because believe me, it's going to be you too.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be you too that brings some worse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I agree with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and she ain't going to know about it until after you get married. And you ain't going to know about it until after you get married too.
Because it might not even come up until
something
comes up.
It might be something that you've done. You be like, did I actually do that? Mm-hmm. As we take this journey in life, it is a journey. It is things. You get to know yourself. You get to see. And it becomes a humbling experience, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Because there are some things that I was like, please, that ain't me. Mm-hmm. I ain't. Mm-hmm. And then I look back, what? Did you actually really do that? Did you actually really say that? Did you actually really act like that? Yeah, Linda. So there are some things about ourselves that we just gotta, and every time you point a finger, there's always 3 pointing back at yourself, for better or for worse. You looking at him? Get 3 mirrors, honey, and look at you. So, the question is, do you want to get married or not? Because you can have little Susie Q or Jennifer or whatever her name is, Jordan or Michelle, whatever her name's going to be, right Jordan. Here, fine, pretty, slim, whatever. She got all this. She got the 6-figure income. She got this, and something's going to happen. That's going to put in the frame of your mind. Maybe somebody has never thought about leaving their spouse or whatever. Maybe there's people that's like, I'm just committed to them. But believe me, I believe in, because nobody's perfect. But there are some times in the marriage where people just like, I'm tired. Mm-hmm. Because marriage is work. Mm-hmm. And that's what people don't understand. It is work. Somebody living with me. Sometimes I don't want to live with me. I mean, you want to tell the truth? I can get on my own nerves. So I know I can get on somebody else's.
I'm glad you said that because at the book signing,
because I just want to be real to you.
I'm glad you said that. At the book signing, a young lady got in line and she said the same thing, but she said marriage is one of the hardest jobs, if not the hardest job I've ever had in my life. Mm-hmm. And when I hear stuff like that as an unmarried person, it sounds, it's just me, it sounds miserable. It does.
It used to sound cliche to me, like, because you hear it all the time, and I think you really don't understand the difficulty until you're in it. Like, it's not worth not being married.
Yeah. But that's how, like, even with you saying marriage is work, like, it's like.
It is work.
I understand that.
Okay, let's go back before we get to that. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I really did. let me ask you this: was your relationships work?
Yes.
Well, why do you think marriage ain't gonna be there?
I'm not.
No, I'm just.
And then you working hard for some little girlfriend.
Come on, if your relationship is work.
I'm not disagreeing with the idea that marriage is work.
Yeah, but you're like, do I want this?
It just sounds.
Why isn't being in a relationship with a girlfriend? Why doesn't that sound miserable?
That sounds even more miserable to me because like I'm doing all this I'm committed to somebody.
Well, this is why though, because you have the option to leave.
You can leave.
You got the option to leave too.
Yeah, but y'all make it seem like y'all make it seem like it ain't that easy to just walk away from marriage.
You can walk away from what too.
Right, but people ain't just doing that. I mean, they are, but
they sure are. They sure are. Doing more now than ever before.
Oh yeah, but my point remains, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta look at the investments you are making. Kids, all that kind
of why wouldn't you want to make an investment?
All I'm saying is, it just when I just hear that, it just sounds, it doesn't sound something that I'm.
But so let me ask you.
So you gotta look at the beauty in marriage.
Thank you for saying that, because that's my next point. It's never talked about.
Well, I think
as much.
So we're talking about for better and we're talking about for worse. And I think that people want to paint. Like, I think that the issue is that people look at marriage as a fairy tale, and it's really not. It's life. Like, we're living life together, but you have somebody that you are doing life with, and like I said, and if we are on one accord, life isn't really that hard because we are submitted to each other, right? So we want the best for each other. Like, it's better to have somebody with you than to do it alone, in my opinion. But it doesn't make it easy because you always got to consider someone. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but you know, people that are married, they have good relationships.
Okay,
so you would take something that you hear when people say, like that one person got there and said, you know, marriage is the hardest thing I had to do in my life.
But why is that a bad? That's not
bad. But
wait,
what I'm saying, but when you would take that and say, that sounds miserable, oh my God, I don't want to do it. Opposed to watching the people that you know that have good marriages say, yes, I want to do it.
But this is what I want to say. I want to counter that, because just because she said it's hard doesn't mean her marriage isn't good.
No. But what he gets out of, I'm saying, he gets out of it, oh my God, it's miserable.
That's how it sounds.
No, but listen, from that one person that you really don't know.
It's not just one person. I hear it all the time.
From who, Mikey?
Married people.
What married people? I don't even want to call their name. But you see other people that set an example that you know that have good marriages. They may have a little disagreement every now and then or whatever, but you see the good. So why don't you? That's a problem. We will take the bad, or we hear somebody say and run with that instead of saying, I see these marriages over there. I see how they're blossoming. I see how they've been together for all these years. Yes, it's a work in it. Anything. It take work to get them to go to work.
I just want you to stop thinking hard means bad, and also ask them, what do you mean by it's the hardest thing, whatever they, like
hardest job I've ever had. That's what she said.
Okay,
why do you think it? What makes it? Why do you feel like it's easy?
Those words never came out of my mouth.
All
I said was, when I hear married people talk like that, it sounds like marriage is miserable.
So why
it doesn't sound like something that you look forward to.
She didn't say,
sound fun.
She didn't say that her marriage is miserable.
I didn't say this. What she said.
I know.
I'm telling you how it sounds to the unmarried ear.
I know, but why are you are taking hardest negatively? Why? That's what I'm saying.
But what she said is that she said it was hard, but she said, and I think she said something about this book help her, they can learn and grow from it. Whatever she said, it was like, this is something that I can use to even make this hard part better.
Okay.
You know, so we're not taking the good.
This is my problem with marriage.
You ain't even married.
Well, I'm saying,
and you, I'm telling you, speaking it before it happened.
This is my problem with the idea of it, of marriage. When I was working in corporate sales, and y'all could probably attest to this too. When you do coaching, they always tell you to, or even in therapy too. Have y'all had counseling?
Oh, couple counseling?
Yeah. I'm sorry, after you got married. I'm not sure if this happened in y'all sessions, but they'll tell you, start off with something positive to say about the person or the relationship or whatever. In sales, when you're doing coaching, start off with what they did well on the call. That's a worldly principle.
Sandwich it, positive, negative, positive. Okay.
Whenever somebody talks about marriage, they always lead with negative.
I guess it's the perspective that they're coming from. I think it is easier for us to talk about the negativity than the positivity. And I think
go ahead.
I think it's because we center ourselves in relationships, so we tend to focus on what we're not getting versus what we are getting, right? Because there's a lack in all relationships, right? But why is there a lacking? Sometimes we're lacking because it's a sacrifice. Sometimes it's a lack because you're just not, the other person isn't fulfilling me. Sometimes it's a lack because I'm just feeling entitled. You know what I mean? Like, I just want this. So it could be a difference, and it's a difference in reasons why, but I do think we tend to center ourselves in all of our relationships. So based on the relationship, if I look at my husband as, you're supposed to provide me with everything and that I want, and I have 10 fingers but 2 things, so I'm in a deficit, right? He's not doing something. So if we stop looking at it, like, I'm pretty sure that still married woman probably can list you more positive things than the negative. The negative is just what she's focused on. That's why I'm saying, don't look at it when people say hardest. I know you say you're not, but like, that is controlling your mindset about marriage. They're saying it's the hardest thing. It is still a very hard relationship to be in, because you are in it until
Which I only have to say it's challenging.
Yeah, but I think, and then we're programmed to speak that way.
Right,
So
and people don't just say it about marriage. They say it about, I think most people say something negative about anything.
That's what I was,
It's not just marriage. They just talk. The world is prone to talk negative before they talk positive. Period.
Unfortunately,
it's just about every situation.
Selfish world we live in.
Way to clean that up.
What?
That we lead negative.
I do. I think we live in a world that's filled with entitlement. Me, self-love, self-care, self. Worry about self first.
Well, you should.
See?
And
it all depends.
But I'm not saying that we shouldn't, but if we are centering ourselves before everybody else, because I got to stop worrying. This is the world. I put too much into people. I don't give myself. So now we position ourselves as we are like not getting enough. We don't have enough. Then we're judging our lives based on what somebody else's life is, how somebody else's life looks. You know what I mean? So it's just a wicked way in how we describe the dynamics of relationships that we're in. Even our jobs. I hate my job. You know why? And then we can list like, well, I would love that job. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Just not satisfied. Maybe just not satisfied.
Yeah, you might not be satisfied, but that's not the art of marriage. The art of a good marriage is learning how to sacrifice.
Okay.
Because it's a sacrificial bond.
And that's part of the reason why I take marriage very seriously.
Do ya?
I do. I really do. I'm not married, but the idea of it, because
wait a minute.
What you said earlier, I ascribe to that. Like,
what?
About being in line and with the will of God. Like, when you go before, well, you went to the court, the state.
Please.
But when you go before the Lord.
But you just said you don't want to do it because you think it's miserable.
I didn't say I didn't want to do it.
Okay, you said you want to do it, but you just think it's miserable. It sounds miserable.
It does. It does.
Why are you looking forward to something sounds miserable?
I was looking forward to it.
If you have your own, go ahead, finish what you're going to say. Go ahead. My bad.
You are making a covenant between you and the Lord, and that is very, very serious. So I do believe marriage is a very serious thing. It just sounds.
So let me ask you a question. Okay, for better or for worse. Thank you, Holy Ghost. This may not come off well, but I'm just asking. No. Let's put the people aside. The wife and the husband. Let's make the covenant with the Lord first. Because we talk about a covenant with someone else. But the covenant with the Lord comes first. Before somebody else. I don't know how I got there, but that's what it is. Because
it is. That's
I mean, because and that right there helps me with my marriage. It
does.
It helps me.
It's the guiding light. It's that
right.
lamp.
I'm telling you, it helps. I'm telling you the truth.
This is what make a marriage a good marriage, because one of the or both spouses have something else that they. If I'm looking at you, not him, the other him, I'm out.
Right. I'm telling you, and that's where I had to go to God. Like when things go on, or if I'm upset or something, I'll say to the Lord, help me not sin against you, against God. Help me stay in line with you. Because if I put God above everybody, above my husband, above myself, and I'm seeking to please him, then
love your
ultimately
husband.
my marriage is going to be
Yeah.
okay because
Yeah.
I'm going to be pleasing in the marriage.
Right.
So that's what I've been here lately. I'm telling you, I had to go to God. Help me not sin against you. Ain't got nothing to do with my husband or anything else. This is between me and you, and I want to stay aligned with him. And when I stay aligned with him, everything else falls in place.
And let me tell you,
that's the marriage covenant right there.
That's
the one right there.
It.
That's the covenant. And it's easy.
And I'm telling you, and then all of that, like for me, like that feeling, that anger, whatever
it goes
feeling,
away.
It just go away.
Yep.
It be like gone.
And you back in love again.
You just back into like you don't. It's as if. It's like, you know how you know something happened, but it's as if you didn't have to go through it.
Right.
It's washed away.
Yeah.
He just renews
washes my
your
sins
spirit.
away.
He renews your spirit. You're like, I don't feel the anger from. I don't feel the hurt from. I don't feel the disappointment from what he did, because ultimately I am here to serve him, but I'm serving the Lord in how I serve my marriage. The family is the first ministry. That's why I was like, this is where I've got to be. I have to be here. I have to be present here before I'm present anywhere else. Stay here and be focused on that, and he'll help you.
And he wants to.
Yeah.
He wants you. He wants you to cry out to him. He wants
to destroy marriages.
Sometimes I would like. It's easy for me now not to pick up the phone
and call
a girlfriend.
Phone a friend.
It's so easy.
Call him for what?
If I'm going through something,
Oh.
it's so easy for me not to pick up the phone. It's easy for me to sit down on that couch, and even if I don't say nothing, he understands.
He who?
God.
God.
He understands. I can sit down there. I could be boiling, but I don't have to say somebody. I just sit there. No matter what, it could be with the marriage, it could be with the children, it could be with the job, it could be with the finances, it could be with the health, it can be with anything. Because he knows, and he'll fix it. So the first covenant is with him. You get that one right, and do we always get it right? Sometimes I'm like, I ain't trying to talk to you today, God. I don't want to talk to you because I don't want to hear what you got to say, because I know what you're going to say. I don't. I want to be angry. And here's the thing. He'll let you sit there and be angry. You be sitting there and I'll be like, I'm tired of being angry. Just get tired of it.
It don't get you nowhere.
Yeah, it don't. I just get tired of it. I mean, my life has come to the part where I just want to have fun. He said, I came that you may have life and have life more abundantly. The joy of the Lord is my strength. Don't you want to know what it's like? In the covenant, outside the covenant, in the marriage, outside the marriage, with your friends, out, whatever. So marriage is a beautiful thing. It all depends on how you...
Tell me what the beautiful thing is.
Oh, my. While you're ripping and running through the streets trying to find one, I got one. I am with one. I have something I go home to.
Who's ripping running through the streets? Me?
People.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, I am in a covenant with one person who I am committed to, who I know, like, I have a consistency. You know what I mean? I am sustained. I am covered. I don't have to worry about I don't got to go through this. I don't have to live worldly anymore. Like, being married has removed me from sin, honestly. Being married has put me closer to God, because I have to go to him for everything, because I'm now, and even though I should have been, but this is like, it's a whole different relationship. Like that lady said, like, ooh, this is hard. Why is it hard? Because I want to leave you when you don't make me feel good.
Right.
And I know that I can't.
Right. I want to do this. You don't make me feel good.
Like, it's not an easy. So then I've learned how to love better. This is why marriage is good. I've learned how to be patient. I've learned peace. I've learned prayer. Like, I've learned so much by being married. I've learned how to love people who I don't even want to love.
Okay, but
see, you want to look at things like, excuse me, I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong. People look at, like, I look at it more from a spiritual aspect. When I got married at the courthouse with the state, I felt in that moment like, ooh, I feel like I'm in a... Well, I remember feeling like this is like a contract. I knew there was something that was missing. You understand what I'm saying? And it was like that covenantal aspect of it. They were talking more contractual. It didn't feel right to me. So as the years progressed, like I knew what it was that I was missing within the marriage. You know, and I am the main one who operates like this in the marriage. Like my husband don't operate like this. You know what I mean? I'm the one operating in faith. So it's not about experiences. We go on trips. I got stuff. Like I don't really care about that kind of stuff. I've always had stuff. I can get stuff if I want to. I don't care. I don't care about no trip. I'm going on
So
trip.
the beauty in you being married is that you're now more patient.
Yes, I'm a more developed person spiritually. Mm-hmm.
And that makes marriage beautiful.
Yeah, yes, it does make marriage beautiful.
Oh, I'm asking.
Oh, yes, it makes it more. It makes it more. What's the word I was trying to figure out? I can endure. Mm-hmm. I have endurance now. I can endure. I have the stamina to run this race. And it's me also serving. I'm serving God through our marriage, and I don't want to disappoint.
How about you?
I think mine for me is that's the question you asked. I think mine for me, and I was saying anything about it, is that it's humbling. Mm-hmm. Because I love to treat people good, and I love to treat people the way I want to be treated. And it showed me that when I don't get what I want out of the marriage, I still gotta treat people good. Mm-hmm. I still gotta treat my husband good. When I feel like I'm missing this, I still gotta be on point. And it's helping spill over into the real life. You know, not the real life, in the world with other people too. Is that, you know, I can look at that because anybody that I'm in a relationship with, whether it's people I work with, whether it's people I go to church with, no matter what it is, humility. It teaches me how to humble myself and say, okay, instead of being offended, instead of taking things personal, instead of like, oh my God, like you say, I'm missing this and I want this and you ain't doing this or whatever, for better or for worse. Period. I got to learn how to accept the good, the bad, the good with the bad with the good. So it's a humbling experience. Because I'm telling you, because I can be like, you know, I'm so nice to people.
So what makes marriage beautiful for you, to make sure I'm hearing you correctly, is that it keeps you humble.
It keeps you humble. And then I had somebody, you have someone.
Yeah,
you have a person in your life. You have someone. You have someone to talk to. You have someone to confide in. You have someone that if there is a connection, if they are there for the same reason, or maybe even the same reason, but if you have someone to grow with, I mean, like you got somebody to come home to.
Yeah.
You know, you got somebody to sit down and laugh with and have dinner with, watch TV with, talk to, you know. At the end of the day, you know, let's have a conversation. And that's what I'm now, like I went to sleep the other day and I woke up early. I went to sleep early and I woke up, I was up like 11:30. And Jean stayed there with me until 1:30. And we just laughed and talked. You know, I had somebody to laugh and talk, but I said, you know, I gotta go to sleep.
You got somebody that really cares. Like, you know.
At 2:30, I gotta get up.
Yeah.
Gotta work.
The Anthony Hamilton concert. Remember you made that comment? Look at y'all. Like, I forgot what you said. Like, because, you know, we're going to the concert. He's all excited. He don't really want to go, but he was making himself excited to go and enjoying himself. Like, you know, somebody who just, you know, you can, if there are times when you can see that they love you. Like, even when you feel like they could have done this better. You can see the love, you know? And so it's like a humbling, it's like you always, like you're continually brought low. And being brought low is not a bad thing. Like you said, it's a humbling, like, let me
I tell you what I could say to you when you or whoever's not married or whoever is married. Because I know when I first got married, some things that I missed that I wanted, and I focused on more of what I wasn't getting than what I was. Big mistake. Big mistake.
Yeah.
It cost me a lot of years of happiness and a lot of years of joy. Focus on what I wasn't getting opposed to what I was. You know, it's when you have someone in your life and you looking like you look at or comparing this one to that or comparing like the comparison act and all this old kind of stuff. It's just like God will show you. So what I would say is that if you're not married or if you are married, you're in a marriage, whatever, enjoy, look for the good. Of course there's going to be some things and I'm not even going to say they're bad. I mean, it could be bad. There could be some bad things.
Sometimes you just don't like.
Yeah, you
like,
don't like, but it doesn't have to be a negative. It doesn't have to be miserable. But enjoy it. Enjoy the good. Sometimes you're gonna be mad. Sometimes you're gonna be mad at yourself. I'm serious. I'd be like, I was. It's so stupid. Because when Gene he didn't go to work one day, and I came home and I said, "Why are you here?" That's the way he said. I'm like, "Well, that didn't sound right." But you know, because sometimes when I come home, I'm just so used
to having your house to yourself.
An empty house. Nobody's there with me. It's no thing when they working all this time and then they retire. You retire. You got to get used to being together. It's work.
Yeah, like that's something that we're about to go through. Work. Like the challenge of like the kids are getting older. Yeah, so like, all right, we got to get this together. Not get like our relationship together per se, but like how do we become? How does he get out of the mode of like wanting to make money? So that we can spend more time together. We don't need money like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you don't
as much as you did to do that,
right? Because we don't have the responsibility we have,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's going to be a challenge because he just don't think like that, you know. But it's like, okay, well,
okay.
You'll figure it out.
So you getting married next month?
No, ma'am.
Marriage is a beautiful thing.
You getting married next year?
I'm so sad that people have you thinking marriage is miserable. It's really not. I think.
No, I don't think people make them think. It's just what you're pulling out of it.
Because I do think that people speak negatively about their marriages. I think that, and then it's hard to see the good because they aren't talking about the good.
Right. Why you with him? Why you with him?
Yeah, but like it start challenging. It's not that bad because if it was that bad, you would not be here.
I think, but all right, I don't want to get into the weeds. All that. I'm gonna just digress and say, all right.
All right. So when you getting married?
I don't want to sound
next year.
I'm chilling, man.
Okay, woman.
Chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Well, go ahead and find her.
Chilling.
Well, you know, you're getting of age. I mean.
You should find a wife.
You should find a wife. When they find a wife, finds a good thing.
But if you don't, be single.
If you don't, be single. You'll never find her.
I wanted to ask you a question, but I'll ask you off camera.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll ask you off camera.
Okay.
I want to circle back to my week before I close the show.
Oh my God, he was holding that thing there for a long time. He was sitting there like
I've been sitting there listening to y'all.
And he was talking about
gallivanting about how beautiful marriage is.
Don't let me forget about this
I asked
week.
y'all why is marriage beautiful when they listed everything about themselves.
Okay, let's talk about your week.
We did about ourselves.
Yes, because I am this and I became and I am this.
Well, for me that is why. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I can't.
I didn't actually.
I know, but I just want to say that. If I'm looking at, so when I read through the Bible last year, I learned a lot about God and I learned a lot about life and I learned about like marriage is a part of being, you know, Christianity and the union and all that. I learned a lot. So I am discovering how I have become, being refined. Like that is a good thing because he benefits from that. I'm not worried about, I am worried, I want to be treated, I want to be loved. Men, husbands, love your wives. Women, respect your husbands. I'm learning how to respect him. I'm learning how, and he's being loved through my respect. He's being loved through those things. So it is about me.
No, he's trying to act
I wasn't trying to challenge you, brother.
It is about me, I think.
It's about you.
In a good way, though. In a positive way.
All about you in a positive way.
Yeah.
It's all about her in a positive way.
That's
what she said.
But I will add some things since you want. My husband supports all of my dreams and endeavors.
Still more about you?
He supports my business
still more about you?
ventures, Shop University of Saints.
Still more about her?
I don't know what more you wanted to say. What did you say?
Well, he's a supportive husband.
Yeah.
My husband loves my children.
Yeah.
They're not his children. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What else? He's a hardworking man.
Do you?
He went to work. He pays the bills. What else do you want?
I have a question.
What?
No, I'll ask you off camera too.
Okay.
Go ahead. That's about your week. So we.
I had to go to court yesterday.
Again.
I've been to court all year.
What the word?
Stay out of trouble, everybody.
You need a wife so she can drive you around.
Blow the whistle.
I had to go to court yesterday for a traffic violation.
Did they find you guilty?
I ran a red light.
The police pulled you over.
Yeah, that's the one he said the police.
Was they there?
Can I tell a story?
Okay, go ahead.
And some people say, why are you going for that? Oh, I really needed to go because I couldn't afford no more points. So I'm running late. I'm panicking. There's traffic down there. I had to go to court in Baltimore City.
Okay. Get to just the story.
I'm getting to the story.
Okay.
So I park my car and I run into the courthouse. And I'm still frantic. I get there. The court will be at 3. I get there at 3:24-ish.
Oh,
I know. I was panicking. And I had to use the bathroom too.
oh my, because you were so anxious.
No, I just had to use the bathroom.
Did you take
No. So I used the bathroom and I'm rushing to use the bathroom. I'm about to run out and I wash my hands.
And not?
Yeah.
Ew.
I stopped and washed my hands. I'm still kind of like overly anxious.
Yeah.
And I turned and looked at the door. There was a sign on the door that said, keep calm and wash your hands.
Yeah. And you turned back around and wash your hands?
Oh, I was
Yeah,
already
already
washing my
washed
hands.
them. Okay.
And that was God telling me, just relax. It's going to be okay.
Okay.
So I went to court. Police didn't show up. I
Mm.
was not guilty. It
Good.
was just me and the judge in there.
Good.
The moral of the story is, keep calm
and wash your hands.
and wash your hands.
And
Not, wow, what's wrong with my story?
no. The moral of the story is, thank you, Holy Ghost. Keep calm and wash your hands of sin.
All right. Ooh, that's good. Ooh. Ooh.
Well, that's what I mean by washing your hands.
Oh, well, okay.
Washing the hands of things that are wearing you down, things that are worrisome for you, things you shouldn't be doing. That's what I mean by that.
It was not brought home.
You didn't give me a chance to.
Oh, I thought you had to say. Oh, I thought you were done.
Jesus Christ.
Keep calm and wash your hands of sin. Keep calm and stop speeding. Don't get no more tickets. No, okay, cool. I'm just saying.
So to the viewing audience, keep calm and wash your hands.
Of sin.
Of sin.
Okay. Wash your hands.
I'll be already clear. I'll be already clear.
Okay, she can say it.
That's fine. All right. If all hearts and minds are clear, and everybody in here is happily married, everybody's just honeymoon stage all over again up here. Living life is the longest thing you ever do in the shortest amount of time, and you only get one life, one wife, one husband. You know.
That's not true for some people.
One marriage. It's true for those in this room.
How do you know that?
You gonna get another husband?
I mean, how do you know that? You're just saying it. It's true for people in this room. You can't speak on the future.
And you only get one, so whatever your dreams, goals, and desires are, go out there and get the job done. If you want to get married, go get married. And when you do that, remember His name is Jesus Christ, and we can do all. And not Tom Cruise. We can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. Because there's no such thing as mission impossible. I'm Mike. This is my mom. That's Shannon. We'll see you next time on the Mike and his mom and marriage.
This sound like
Mike and his
what
mom
was that?
show.
What was that?